What is going on, guys? Freak here, and in this video we are going to be talking about a very crazy story basically that I was going to cover as far as the Fred Hoiberg firing, but I ended up being too busy at the time, and now it looks like I'm going to have to do it anyway with the way that things are going out in Chicago. And the way that we have to see this is the Chicago Bulls, of course, firing Fred Hoiberg after just having a terrible start to the season, only having 5 wins. And it seemed like the Chicago Bulls were very much turning it around with this new interim head coach in Jim Boylen, but then things got out of control. They ended up losing a game by a historic margin by the franchise and to the Boston Celtics. Now, when that happened, they ended up losing by 56 points. It didn't just happen as far as just a small amount. Not only that, but then the players just reportedly just yesterday have ended up reporting their new interim head coach, Jim Boylen, to the NBA commissioner for unusual practices as far as the way things are done. Now, the way the NBA works is the fact that as you do have travelings on back-to-backs and things such as that, when you play a back-to-back, you're usually supposed to have a day off from practices due to fatigue and injuries that could be occurred from that. Now, as far as that, obviously we know the more modern day basketball, we have more caring as far as the players, as far as their conditioning and things such as that. And it really seems like not only that, but Jim Boylen has been known for having back-to-back practices with over 2.5 hours worth. And it's very much kind of strange as far as the way that he's been out there doing things. Now, of course, what is this looking like? This is looking pretty bad. As far as how it looks for this, I think this probably will end up ruining Jim Boylen if he gets fired very quickly and does not change. Now, they said that they had a meeting that they ended up talking and said that they got things under control now. They have an understanding. And I'm hardly doubting the fact that it went that smoothly, considering the fact that it was such a quick report. I mean, after just 3 games, I've never heard of something like this before. And we're talking about 3 games going out there and being reported to the commissioner. And you're telling me it just changed around in one team meeting? It doesn't seem very likely. And of course, I'm glad that I did wait to do the story off for today. It seems that not only that, Sacramento players were out there talking to the Chicago Bulls players, mocking them that they had to have another long practice after a loss. Just hearing that, it just very much has to see about this. So the real thing that I wanted to talk about, I guess, from this was Jim Boylen. Will he be able to get another coaching job after this, or will he ever be able to keep this job to the end of the season? Now, personally, the first thing I gotta talk about is the Fred Hoiberg firing, which surprised me that they did that. I thought the fact the Chicago Bulls were tanking, especially with the injuries that had occurred, but I guess they're trying to win. I don't know what directly the goal was there to just start winning now, but when they did that, it just didn't make too much sense. So as far as that, I didn't understand that logic of it. But now that we have Jim Boylen in, obviously he can't be playing players like this, especially out of the context of what the NBA has set up as far as rules and practicing and things such as that. Obviously you don't want your players to be fatigued out and get injuries through that manner, and obviously players are thinking about their long-term health when it comes to things such as that, and of course even their short-term health in this case. You gotta be talking about scheduling travels, practicing games. Your body has to actually have the time to rest in order to build off of what the workouts have become. You can't just work out constantly. It doesn't really help you as far as a physical way. Everybody knows the rest is what actually helps you, not the actual workout itself. But with that, the real question is, if he does get fired very soon, I'm talking about the next couple days or so, then we're going to be talking about somebody who basically just threw their chances of the NBA out the window. Now, this is Jim Boylen's first head coaching opportunity here at the Chicago Bulls. And you got to think he's been an assistant for quite some time, but almost 20 years. So if you think about that, that's a long time of coaching and putting into an effort of doing something, and to know that you've made a mistake like that could really cost you, because I don't see what organization would want to keep somebody who is that extreme as far as something to players and have that reputation of being reported on just the third game after coaching. It just seems very much extreme. I don't see people even wanting that as an assistant, somebody there, because what player is going to want to go to that type of thing? But the real question is going to be whether or not he'll actually change. I think the fact after hearing this, he has to change. There's no way he's going to keep doing the same thing. So we'll have to see how that works out. Guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think the fact that the Bulls should keep Jim Boylen, or do you think the fact that they should actually fire him, move on already to another head coach, being the third one this season? So guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are on that. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to become part of the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.